Crystal Palace 1-0 Middlesbrough League Division Two, at 4,900 Manager, Steve Coppell Monday 4 May 1987 Crystal Palace 1-0 Portsmouth League Division Two, at 18,029 Manager, Steve Coppell Vince Hilaire is sent off for Portsmouth as Palace derail Pompey's promotion push. Saturday 4 May 1991 Wimbledon 0-3 Crystal Palace League Division One, at 10,060 Manager, Steve Coppell Wimbledon played for the last time at Plough Lane and their landlords to be ruined the party. Ian Wright bagged an 18-minute second-half hat-trick, two tap-ins sandwiching an incredible 40-yard lob. Along Nigel Martin was brought down out of the air by Wright. His touch beat his man, and after letting the ball bounce twice he lifted a volley over Hans Seegers to the delight of the Palace fans behind the goal. Palace links, Terry Phelan and Keith Quarrell, who would later coach under Warnock, played for the Dons on this day. Sunday 4 May 2008 Crystal Palace 5-0 Burnley Championship, at 23,950 Manager, Neil Warnock. Crystal Palace sat in the final playoff place going into the last game of the season at Selhurst Park. A win would guarantee a place in the end-of-season lottery, but Burnley were no pushovers, and there was many a nervy Palace fan in the build-up to the match. 7 minutes into the game, all of the nerves evaporated into the early May sunshine. Clark Carlisle was sent off as he brought down Scott Sinclair as the last man. Ben Watson, 8, converted the penalty and Palace run riot. Just 2 minutes later, Victor Moses, 10, doubled the lead, and the only surprise was that it took as long as 27 minutes for the next goal to arrive. Tom Soares, 37, tapped home a Clinton Morrison centre. Sinclair, 61, scored the goal of the game just after the hour, running at the Burnley defence, beating several non-challenges in the process, before firing home past Big Brian Jensen. 4 minutes later Morrison, 65, got the goal that his performance deserved and sent the Eagles flying into the playoffs full of confidence. Neil Warnock took to the pitch after the match and gave this speech. Saturday 4 May 2013 Crystal Palace 3-2 Peterborough United Championship, at 22,154 Manager, Ian Holloway. The 46th match of the 2012-13 season was one that harbored a strange feeling. A couple of months earlier, Palace had thumped automatic promotion chasing Hull City 4-2 at Selhurst Park, and there were dreams of a repeat of 1993-94 season when we won the league. A terrible run of form had seen Palace slip towards the bottom of the playoff zone, and it was feasible that the Eagles could drop out of the top six on the final day, perhaps at the expense of Dougie Freedman's resurgent Bolton Wanderers. In reality, dropping out of the playoffs never really threatened on the day, despite Peterborough twice taking the lead. Bolton could only draw with Blackpool and Forest lost to Leicester, which meant that Palace could have lost the game and remained in 5th place. Lee Tomlin, 28, ran through half of the Palace team and fired home to send Posh, who needed at least a point if they were going to stave off relegation, fans crazy. But on the stroke of half-time, Gabby Zakuani's clumsy tackle on Danny Gabidon gave Glenn Murray the chance to score his 30th league goal of the season. The Palace number 17 crashed his effort down the middle, and at half-time, Palace were in the playoffs, but Posh were going down as Barnsley led at Huddersfield at the break. Shortly after the hour, Nathaniel Mendes, Lawing, 63, let fly from range, but his effort looked to be well within reach of Julian Speroni, only for the ball to bounce in front of the Argentine stopper and over his hands and into the back of the net. Knowing that Huddersfield had levelled against Barnsley, it was party time in the away end. On 74 minutes Barnsley retook the lead at the John Smith Stadium, but it would mean nothing if Posh could hold on to their lead at Selhurst. On 81 minutes former Palace striker James Vaughan levelled for Huddersfield, and this now meant that only 2 goals without reply in the last 10 minutes of the match could sink the visitors. Shortly after Peterborough had retaken the lead, Holloway threw on Kevin Phillips and Johnny Williams in search for an equaliser, and it would be the veteran striker that would level for the Eagles. Phillips, 83, controlled well, got the ball from beneath his feet and poked the ball into the top corner to send relief flooding around Selhurst. Palace were now secure in the playoff positions, and even Posh could live with it. Unfortunately for the visitors, Dwight Gale would give away a free kick for the record. He clearly won the ball, and Mile Jedinak, 89, headed home the winner from Stephen Dobbie's cross. After 9 games without a win, it felt amazing, but the news was quickly in. It would be Brighton in the playoff semi-final. Palace link, Dwight Gale was on loan to Peterborough from Dagenham. 2 months after this match he would sign for Crystal Palace. Other results: what happened yesterday? May 3rd.